This is the Leo Climaco podcast.
You are a very successful person. What is your current view of America? Where do you think we are? Where do you think we're going? And do you think the future is bright?
Well, the future's always bright. Politically, I really don't get involved. I tell everybody I've done well no matter which government was in power.
Right.
I focus on me. I watch it every day for entertainment.
For sure.
For me, the television set is like going to Facebook. It's just entertainment, but I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to pay attention to what is being said. Where am I at today is what I focus on. Where's the people around me at today? And I feel that our best days are yet to come. You know, as in the last 4 or 5 years, we've seen, you know, our country here kind of shift. But we've dominated the global sector since inception. We were formulated to be the bully or whoever they call us to be. We were bred to be that. So why would they get rid of that all of a sudden? You know, so you know, I feel like going into the next 4 or 5 years, more jobs will come back, new jobs. I mean, you can't be afraid of change.
No, you can't.
You know what happens if robots take all the jobs at General Motors? Well, somebody's got to program the robots and fix the robots. So, you know, we're gonna evolve like the times evolve. We can't be afraid of change. But we're no longer gonna lift the tire anymore.
We can't be farmers forever.
Yeah, you know. So I think we're evolving as a nation. I feel like a lot of these nations already evolved far fast. I mean, we talked about China earlier. You know, I feel like China's so far ahead of us in technology.
So far ahead.
We've dominated because we own technology.
Right.
We don't own technology anymore.
No, we don't.
You know, so
I think we own the social part of technology, but not the actual technology itself, right?
yeah.
Like Facebook, Instagram, right? We're more on the software, social, interactive side than the actual hardware itself.
Yeah.
That's all Taiwan, China,
Yep.
South Korea.
So, I mean, I think we're in a period of time where the world as we know it has shifted. It started to shift 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And if we look at the historically, you know, it's always going to be better. It has to be better. I mean, if you look at where your grandparents were 100 years ago and where we are today,
night and day.
They would trade positions with us in 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And just like us right now, 100 years from now, we would probably change positions with our grandkids in a heartbeat. So we can't be afraid of change because change brings opportunity. You know, but all of the political blah, blah, I think eventually the dust is going to settle.
Yeah. And we'll cool off.
Yeah, it has to. It has to. But right now, if you pay attention to it,
oh, it's very fiery.
You're stressing out. You see, I don't pay attention to it. I mean, I entertain myself with it, but I don't pay. It's not going to affect me one way or the other. I mean, the last 4 years, it was one administration. I did well, and the 4 years prior to that, I did well too. So my wellness is based on me.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's based on you. If
I
I
agree
have
with
to
that.
swim and pay a little more taxes here, you know, things might change, but at the end of the day, I'm still the quarterback of my life.
Right.
You know, but so do I feel like we're going to churn into China? I don't hope we don't. You know, I don't think, you know, that would be pretty extreme.
Yeah.
You know, that would be pretty extreme. But I feel this next election, you know, things will happen and things will settle down. And I think the next 4 years are probably one of the most important 4 years going for the American future.
I've heard that a lot lately.
I really think the next 4 is going to dictate the next 50
Wow.
for business,
That's a big deal.
for where we are economically, politically. I think what you're going to see a lot of change. And it doesn't matter who wins.
Right.
Republican, Democrat, whoever wins, you're going to see a shift like you've never seen. And it could be good, it could be bad,
Right.
but they're going to change everything. That's just the way we're in. This is why we're here on this jersey. We chose to be here at this time.
For sure.
So we should not be scared, shocked.
Right.
We chose to be here.
Enjoy the ride.
We signed up for this.
Yes.
So for
Enjoy
me,
the ride,
I'm going to
baby.
be on the cruise, enjoying I'm going to enjoy it until they tell me I'm locked up at home.
I like that. One quick question about AI. What do you think about AI, and is there a place for AI in your business?
I love it. That's who I talk to every day now. Is like, hey, give me the answer to this. So AI has become. I don't even talk to my lawyer anymore. I call
Really?
I call I text my AI, and AI will give me the legal answer, and then I'm gonna call my lawyer up and go, what do you think about this? And if he's not as close to that AI response, I will check him. So AI, I would not be afraid of AI. AI is amazing.
It's amazing.
You know, the ability to get the answers from a collective string of
Knowledge,
facts.
yes.
You know, well, we know it as facts. We don't know if they can manipulate that yet or not.
Right.
But I use it a lot, you know. In fact, my kids, we were having last night over the dinner table, you know, we were having a discussion over the election, and I'm trying to explain to them that there's 10 million more Democrats registered in the country. And he's like, how do you know that? I go, ChatGPT. And he checks it, and he goes, he knew. I go,
That's
so
incredible.
let me tell you the secret right now. You know, there's 10 million more registered Democrats than Republicans. So do you realize that for Republicans to win, you need a low voter turnout, which, even though they have 10 million more Democrats registered, I went and asked ChatGPT, well, what's the percentage that
Right.
voters that turn out? It's 60%
Wow.
for Democrats. So a low voter turnout equates to a Republican win.
Yeah.
So this is what right now, the battle between both sides is the voter turnout. But at the end of the day, Republicans don't have enough. There's 10 million short.
I did not know that. That's really interesting.
Oh, I even broke it down to swing state. I was bored, so I'm like, I go, give me the swing states, how many Republicans are in, how many Democrats. Man, it is so margin of, this is why they're calling it a 49-49, because
Right.
there's statistically only, this is a matter of a couple hundred votes in the swing states based on registered voters.
Wow.
But when you look at it, based on that data, that's bad for Democrats,
Yes.
because that's saying it's a dead heat if everybody voted. Well, we all know only 60% of your people show up to vote. You lost the election. You know, so I pay attention. I'm a numbers guy, so I'm constantly looking at that. And my kids were testing my knowledge. I'm like, man, I ChatGPT, buddy. Go back to school.